I want to tell you guys something that happened on my trip because I want to shout out the good people of Colorado, especially the Colorado law enforcement community. Listen to this. So Kevin drove out. I was there for a conference, and he drove out and picked me up, and we decided we would spend a few days going to some national parks and hanging out together before we made the turn back east. So he picked me up in Denver, and we drove to Vail, and went out to dinner in Vail and spent the night there and celebrated our 10th anniversary in Vail. And then the next morning we got up and hit the road, and we drove to the most wonderful, magical little town I think I've ever been to, called Minturn, Colorado. I think people go there to fly fish. But it's just a little small town. It looks like a movie set. We went out to breakfast. They had a little farmer's market. People were playing the guitar. The morning warmed up. The flowers were blooming. The streams were sparkling. The fish were jumping. We walked back to the truck because we're going to make our way to Montrose. Shout out to all of our Montrose Grand Junction listeners to go to the Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park. So Kev's like, man, it's gotten hot. Let me change my shirt. So he goes to the back of the truck and digs around, and he changes his shirt, and we get on the road and we drive 3 hours to the Black Canyon of the Gunnison, and it's breathtaking, man. Oh my God. It's like, it's the deepest, narrowest canyon in North America. The colors are spectacular. And it was just, I was like almost weeping with awe at nature's beauty. The sun was really beating down. So I said to Kev, walk back to the truck with me and let me get my hat. So we walk back to the truck and open the back of the truck, and my hat isn't in there. Neither is my bag that has my laptop in it and all of my clothes. And I'm like, Kev, where's my green bag? And he goes, it's back there. I'm like, no, it isn't. He goes, no, stop joking. It isn't. And I'm like, my MacBook and with all my True Weird stuff and all of my clothing and my underwear, everything, my toothbrush, my retainer, everything's gone.
That's a nightmare.
And we're like, did we leave it at the hotel in Vail? We called the hotel in Vail. No, we didn't leave it there. And we're standing there and I'm like, oh my God, this is going to cost us a fortune. There's nothing that isn't replaceable, but it's going to cost us a fortune. And I don't have any clothes except for what I'm wearing. Yeah. And suddenly I looked at him and I said, when you changed your shirt in Minturn, and his face went white and he said, I left your bag on the ground in the parking lot outside. Over you guys, about 5 hours earlier. So there's no signal. There's no cell signal at the Black Canyon of the Gunnison. So we race down back into Montrose when I get cell signal. Minturn, Colorado, magical town that it is, doesn't have a police department. And it's Saturday and there's nowhere to call. I called the place that we had breakfast and I'm like, left my bag in the parking lot. What should I do? And the woman goes, girl, this is a really cool place with really cool people. I just have a good feeling. Call the Eagle County Sheriff's Office. So I called the Eagle County Sheriff's Office and they patched me through to a deputy. And the deputy says, can you describe the bag, ma'am? And I said, it's a green Eagle Creek thing. It has a backpack on it. He goes, does it have kind of a big silly hat tied to it? I said, that's the one. He said, ma'am, somebody turned it in. We have it. I was
How
like,
about
what?
that, Colorado?
Wait, what? Oh, wait, it gets better. So I'm like, Kev, they have my bag. So now we jump in the truck and we begin the 3-hour trek back to Minturn. And now we're on I-70 barreling east, trying to get back to Minturn, and the skies open up and the road floods. And as we're driving through like plumes of water, they shut the interstate down right behind us. Back I get on the phone to Eagle Creek and I'm like, I'm coming. And they said, there's not going to be anybody at the sheriff's office when you get there. So when you get there, park and call this number. So, and we were like the last vehicle to make it through the interstate before they closed it down. We get to the sheriff's office. I call the number. Here comes the officer. He's like a big Colorado sheriff. He's got, I don't know, tasers and guns and all sorts of gear hanging off of him. And he goes, call me Hatch. And we shake hands and we go inside, and his radio is going haywire. The interstate's flooded, roads are closed, people are having accidents. And he said, "Where are you folks headed?" And I said, "Well, we're trying to get to Carbondale." He goes, "You're not going to make it. All the roads are closed. I want you to follow me." "What you driving?" "We're driving a pickup truck." He goes, "Good, because where I'm taking you, the roads aren't paved." We get in the truck with my bag, which, by the way, has all of my stuff in it, including my MacBook. Whoever turned it in didn't take a thing, right? We get in the truck, and the sheriff's like, "All right, you guys follow me." We follow him through the town of Eagle, Colorado, into the country, around all these winding bends, and we come to this dirt road mountain pass. And he points at us and he says, "About 23 miles ahead is Carbondale. Just take your time. You folks have a nice day."
Did you say that he said, "Just call me Hatch"?
Yeah. He wouldn't even let us call him sir or officer or anything.
Is that not like right out of a movie? That's beautiful.
Yes.